I think it's no surprise when we talk about product lifecycle management that the success of product teams depends on the products they develop. And as products getting more and more complex, the right innovation strategy for your product organization is a key success factor. And when we look into the market, basically, of product development across industries, across discrete industries, but also in process industries, we see a couple of value opportunities a modern product lifecycle management needs to able to cater towards. So the first value opportunity I would like to briefly talk about is in the area of revenue, right? Because when I joined SAP in 2009, in the first, I attended an onboarding session. And during that onboarding session, one of the product managers who was pitching there, basically what product and management at SAP is all about, they told us one thing, right? And I think that is very important when we talk about product innovations. It is about the ability to listen to your customer, right? Listen to your customer you have in mind in the target industry and the target segments you're representing. And if you're able to do that in a proper way at scale, right? What he basically told me back then is, then you will be able to build a successful product. And I think this is basically one of the major opportunities we currently see from a top-line perspective of what a modern PLM solution needs to provide, right? It needs to be able to capture the voice of customer and with that have a data-driven requirements management process, which we will talk about in detail later today. At the same time, customers getting more and more demanding, right? They require configurable solutions, right? So they have a custom product demand, right? And if we give you basically our customers a tool to improve this ability to fulfill customer demand, right? Custom demand, right? The overall value at stake is on the table, right? You will be able to increase the top line by providing basically these individualization opportunities. And it's not only about custom products you're going to offer for your customers. It's also about defining and developing new markets and product categories based on variants you basically provide to your customers, right? And all of these three pillars overall contribute to the top line of your products you're responsible. Okay. At the same time, what we also observe, it's not only about getting basically the top line improved by providing custom solutions or a high quality solution. It's also about bringing new products, new product variants, new features to the market faster, right? And in order to achieve this increased time to market, it is extremely important that the modern PLM solutions have basically processes in place that you can collaborate across the extended enterprise. That you don't basically need to deal with manual data replication from system A to system B, right? And by automating and integrating different PLM solutions, right, as a PLM hub, you can say, right, we basically believe that value can be captured if you establish a single source of truth for your product data. And then it's also about integrating product data for your downstream business processes, right? And we are going to talk about this downstream integration just in a second a bit more. But the major value at stake here is if you integrate product data across the line of business, you will be able to increase the time to market of individualized products at scale. And the last value driver or the last value opportunity we observe in the market is about sustainable product development. Okay, I think we are facing one of the biggest challenges of our lifetime. And we from a product lifecycle management organization believe that we can provide our customers the right tools to decarbonize products, right? And with that, we want to build a data foundation where you can store product specifications to understand the greenhouse gas footprint of your products when you supply something, for example, from your suppliers, right? And by integrating with our sustainability portfolio, we also offering our customers tools to integrate and basically design for recyclability in order to have sustainable product development in place. And because sustainability is going to be one of the most important topics of our lifetimes, like I just said, right? And these three areas, right, represent basically how we think about the value we see in product lifecycle management. And I'm sure if we would continue to brainstorm, we will find more of these value opportunities on the table for PLM. But if you ask me what all of these things have in common, they need to have an integrated PLM function with the rest of the enterprise to capture this value at stake. And this is exactly core to our product lifecycle management strategy. In order to capture this value I've just described, it is more important than ever to create a digital thread across the digital supply chain. Okay, so our main North Star vision or mission in PLM, right, is to establish that digital thread. So we want to give our customers the tools so that product teams can feed the digital product model with data, right? And we're talking about, for example, product structures, EBOMs, MBOMs, right? So that the extended enterprise and other line of business functions can consume the product informations, right? Because in order to sell a product, you need to have a product in the system in the first place, right? In order to service a product, you need to have the product data in the system as well, right? And as the value chain becomes more and more networked, right? What we basically envision is to manage the digital thread across the business network, right? So that product data can move from left to right in the value chain, right? But we don't want to stop there. We also want to basically build this digital product model in a way that data can also move from right to left. Because, for example, if you have a product in operations in the asset management space, right, you want to understand failure modes, quality issues, right? Because if you get these data points back into the product development context, you can act more swiftly on these changes, for example, right? And initiate a product change based on the basically on the insights of your products when you operate them. Okay, so to summarize this slide, I think what I want to say is in PLM, our main strategy, our product strategy is to establish this digital thread. And one of the solutions to establish this digital thread is SAP Enterprise Product Development. Okay, SAP Enterprise Product Development is a Cloud PLM solution designed to create a seamless digital thread to basically, on the one hand side, give you tools to collect product ideas, prioritize needs, and based on these insights, create detailed requirement models for data-driven product development. Once you understand what needs to be developed, SAP Enterprise Product Development gives you the tools to collaboratively develop and industrialize products. Okay, and here, coming back to the time to market discussion from earlier today, we want to streamline the processes across the extended enterprise so that you can collaborate with your suppliers, design partners, other suppliers you have in mind, right, in a development process, end to end, with one single source of truth, which I'm going to talk about in a second as well. In our definition, product lifecycle management does not end after the product hits the market. We believe that the modern PLM application also needs to cater to the demands of the after-sales market. So in SAP Enterprise Product Development, we're also providing our customers the capability to create additional value-adding digital services, like, for example, the ability to develop digital twins, to use 2D and 3D data from your products to improve spare parts processes in your service management side of the house, right? And overall, drive the servitization of the product OEMs, right? So we're also providing features so that you can think about new business models and enable as a service business models for the products and services you want to offer. And all of that, all of these three process areas, define, develop, and deliver, are based on a foundation which enables you to establish a single source of truth for your product data, right, across the extended enterprise. Right, and that is, I think, the secret sauce of SAP Enterprise Product Development, because again, product development, that is a network play, right? And we want to collaborate with the different suppliers, design partners, based on an end-to-end business process, and that's what we provide.